Yo, so as many of you know, as of last week we completed all of the mythical and legendary reviews that we could possibly do. With that being said, I asked you guys which rare fruit you would like first, and 72% of you guys voted for option 1. So in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Bomu Bomu no Mi, also known as the bomb fruit. But before we start, 96% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you enjoyed this video or any of my other videos, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with post notifications on. Also, for my closer supporters who show up to like my Discord and my Twitch streams, one of my admins wanted you guys to know that we will be hosting daily fruit giveaways until further notice. He helps coordinate some of my socials and my Twitch stream, so to qualify for that, just join the Discord below and then follow the steps that he highlights once we start. But without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So as usual, we're going to be rating Bomu's strength, utility, rarity, which will be changed once we get to it. I have to explain that later, and tradability, starting off with strength. Now, considering that we're talking about a rare fruit, Bomb actually has a significant amount of strength. If you're a low level and you need a starter fruit for grinding, you definitely won't have a problem if you get this. So to start, one of my favorite moves, Explosive Swipe, is an easy move to get because you only need 15 Devil Fruit Mastery to acquire it, but it's very fast and it can do up to 125 damage per hit. It can be charged to increase the range, but I usually just use it to snipe from afar in Battle Royale while my team runs up front. Another notable move is the Explosive Mines, which is also surprisingly good for extending combos despite what people say. The mines work like claymores, so once you step into the range, they'll explode, and the sneaky thing is that people can't see your mines after the initial placement animation. After M1ing your way to a knockdown, you can actually drop bombs below a person, so once they stand up and walk forward, they'll set them off and take even more damage. But I also use them as an anti-chase mechanism by dropping them below me while I'm running if I need to. It's an insanely useful move if you decide to use Bomu, but be aware that your teammates can unfortunately set the mines off. The other move that I use pretty frequently is the ult, which scales based off of your health. This ult is crazy for a rare fruit, and if you have a large amount of health, you're pretty much guaranteed to kill most of the things around you. The only thing is that you're left very vulnerable afterwards because it does drain health and stamina in exchange for that high damage. In Battle Royale, charging this up in a small circle is comparable to like a Mira ult or a Goro ult as far as range, damage, and knockback, but obviously with that drawback, that's where the difference comes in. Overall, I'm gonna give the strength an 8. Bomu features good damage with long and short range moves, a good combo extension potential, and a crazy ultimate, but the drawbacks are just that it doesn't have as many effective moves as a legendary, and the ultimate can be hit or miss sometimes, but it's still a very strong fruit overall. Next up is utility, which Bomu is also decent in. Keeping in mind that this is a rare, it means it's very accessible for lower level players to acquire. Because of the good damage and the low mastery conditions, Bomu can be used to grind up until you can get a good legendary. On top of that, farming is definitely possible with the ultimate as long as you have enough health to suffice. As far as mobility, Bomu's leap can be used to scale infinitely high places with or without charging it. I was able to scale a mountain by combining the climb and the leap together, which my friend put me on to doing while we were on stream. If you have enough mastery, I imagine that you could do dungeons, and the most effective method would be to have above 1500 health, so that way you could one-tap bosses. Krakens could be possible with the swipe, but I definitely wouldn't consider soloing it. With that being said, I'm going to give the utility a 7. It's great for early grinding, but your main priority should just be leveling and getting strong enough to start getting your own legendary fruit, so that way you could eventually upgrade. Next up is rarity, which from this point forward we're going to change in the series. I had a comment that pointed out how the rarity system should be more of an extra credit system for fruits to get a boost from, rather than a 1 to 10 rating, which I actually like the idea of. So in this section, we'll give fruits a chance to get +2 extra points per category where they could be considered a rarity above. So for example, because Bomu had comparable damage to a legendary, it would get +2 points, but if the damage was comparable to mythical status, then it'd gain +4. Since the utility is definitely still rare status, it wouldn't gain any from that category, but with that being said, Bomu will gain +2 points for its legendary capable strength. I would apply tradability to this extra credit system, but I don't think it's as definitive as the strength and utility for the fruit, so I'll only apply it to strength and utility. But finally, we move into tradability, which for bomb isn't too much. I wouldn't be surprised if you walked into a server and asked for a bomb and half the server dropped you one just because it's that common. If someone adds it to a trade, it's most likely just to up the value of their side very, very slightly. However, for lower level players trading with each other, Bomu could be worth lesser valued items and gear, and I could imagine that it'd be quick to transfer around. Therefore, I'm going to give the tradability a 6.5. It's not the most valuable, it's not very rare, it's easily disposable, but it's still a fruit and many lower level players hold value for it. With that being said, this comes up to a 7.8 out of 10. Considering that this is on the same scale as the legendary and mythical fruits, this actually is not that bad. If it was on its own rare scale without the legendary or mythical fruits, it'd probably be on the higher end of the spectrum, but a 7.8 overall is not bad at all. If you guys agree, make sure to drop a like and subscribe and comment with what you you did agree with, or if you disagree or think I should add something to this review, be sure to drop a comment and I might heart or pin the comment. Like I said before, my friend wants to host some giveaways in the Discord and on Twitch, so be sure you're following my Twitch. Link is in the description, and also the Discord link I believe is under there as well. But yeah, drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.